السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أهلا ومرحبا بكم طلبتنا الأعزاء من جديد في درس جديد نجمع بكم. أنا الأستاذ عبد المطلب محمد البوعيشي، مدرب ومعلم لغة إنجليزية في الوحدة الخامسة والدرس الأخير من الوحدة الخامسة، الدرس الثامن، Unit 5 Lesson 8 بوب and بشير The ants. طبعا احنا كلنا نعرف بوب and بشير من الوحدة الأولى، والقصة بتاعه والمغامرات اللي تصير لبوب في رحلتها في المخيم. اوكي. Lesson 8 Bob and Bashir The ants. What's the meaning of ant? النملة. ants النمل. Very good. ants اللي هو النمل. اليوم عنوان المغامرة بتاع بشير بتاع بوب اللي هي قصة مع النمل. اوكي. حنقرأ القصة واكيد حنستمتع بها زي ما استمتعنا في القصة السابقة بمغامراته والمشاكل اللي حدثت له، لكن قبل ما نقول القصة في أسئلة حنجاوبوها بعد في قراءتنا للقصة. اوكي. So Bob and Bashir the ants. A. Do you remember what happened to Bob in the last story? أكيد كنا نتذكروا القصة اللي صارت لبوب في القصة اللي فاتت، اللي هي لما جاب الآيس كريم. when he bought the ice cream and while he was walking he dropped and the ice cream fall on the other people, Bashir and Jim and Rob and the others. Okay. So this is what happened for the last story. لما جاب الآيس كريم وطاح وتنط الآيس كريم على باقي مجموعته. Now listen and read the story then answer the questions. احنا نقرأ القصة وعندنا ثلاثة أسئلة هنا. Where were the boys going? How do you know Bob was still tired? What's the meaning of tired? متعب. Very good. What did Bob sit on? What's the meaning of sit? يجلس. What he sat on? He sat on something. Okay, we'll know that later. Okay. هذه الأسئلة حنجاوبوها بعد ما نقرأ القطعة. مع بعض. Ready? Okay. Right, boys. Wake up. Right, boys. Wake up. What's the meaning of wake up? That means stop sleeping and wake up. Be ready. Wake up. It's nearly 5 o'clock. It's nearly 5 o'clock. Jim Cober shouted. Who's Jim Cober? Jim Cober, the guide of the team. رئيس أو قائد الفريق. Jim Cober shouted. Shout, that means speaking loudly. Wake up! Wake up! So this means shouted. We had to get up early. We had to get up early because today we were going for a walk. For a walk. في مشي. حنمشوا أو حنتمشوا in the mountains. Jim was our guide. Jim was our guide. Okay. Look at the picture here. They are sleeping or tired. Okay. Bob yawned. Paul was asleep. This is Bob and this is Paul. Why? How do you know that this is Bob, and this is Paul? The word yawned here, that means why you say, this is yawned. Yawned. احنا نقول التثاؤب اللي هي yawned. Yawned. Repeat. Yawn. Yawn يتثاءب. Yawned تثاءب. Yawned. Paul was asleep. This is Paul. He is sleeping. Okay. Right. We got into the camp bus. The camp. What's the meaning of camp? مخيم. Very good. The camp bus. ركبنا الباص. Right, boys, said Jim. حسنا يا أولاد. It's nearly 2 hours drive. يعني المسافة حتكون مسافة مدة ساعتين. So, make yourself comfortable. ريحوا أنفسكم. Make yourself comfortable. Make yourselves comfortable. Let's sing. Let's sing, said Hans. Let's go back to sleep, said Bashir. Let's go back to sleep. خلنا نرجع نرقد, said Bashir. I yawned. Paul, Chuck and Aziz were already asleep. So again, let's sing, said Hans. Hans قال خلينا نغنوا. Let's go back to sleep. Bashir قال I yawned. Paul, Chuck, and Aziz were already asleep. من الأول رقدوا. Okay? Right. The bus stopped at the end of a dusty road. What's the meaning of dusty? Okay, dust, that means something that is not يعني زي ما نقول احنا طينة أو حاجة. We're here, said Jim. وصلنا. We're here يعني وصلنا, said Jim. Everyone out. Get out of the bus. كل واحد يطلع. We walked for quite a long time. We walked, تمشينا, for quite a long time, لوقت طويل, along a path, ممر مشاة, through forest, من خلال الغابة. We crossed streams. Cross streams, that means طرق مكثفة أو يعني طرق بمعنى أنها طرق. And climbed over rocks, وتسلقنا الصخور. Rocks هي صخور. We saw flowers. We saw flowers and birds of every color. لكل الألوان. They are beautiful, really beautiful, said Bashir. I've never seen colors like that. I've never seen colors like that, said Paul. I've, said Aziz. Gi. Gi, it's a word that means go. امشي, said Chuck. Gi, that means go. Okay. Look at the picture here. A mountain stream with rocks. Right, boys. Time for lunch, said Rod. Right, boys. حسن يا ولاد. Time for lunch. وقت الغداء, said Rod. Everybody sat down. Everybody sat down, جلس, and took out their sandwiches. Cheese and tomato. كل واحد الساندوتش بتاعه جبنة وطماطم. I sat down. بوب يتكلم. I sat down on a rock. جلست على صخرة. I picked up a sandwich. وأخذت ساندويتش. It was covered. What's the meaning of covered? مغطى. Very good. Covered with little animals. Little animals. Oh! I screamed. Oh! Something has bitten me. Something has bitten me. Oh, oh, more bites. More bites. You're on an ant-hill. You're on an ant-hill. What's the meaning of ant-hill? يعني تلة من النمل. احنا النمل لما ندير في قوس رملة كي شوية هذا يقوله ant-hill, said Bashir. Move, move. I moved quickly. I moved quickly. Why me? Why do things, or why these things, I said, always happen to me, said the others. Why do these things, and he stopped. The others said that, completed that, always happen to me, said the others. يعني المجموعة حفظوا الكلام تاعه هو لأن بكثر المواقف اللي تصير له فدائما يقول why me, why these things always happen to me. فهم كملوا المجموعة كملوا الجملة اللي آخرها. I didn't know that ants like cheese and tomato. أنا لم أكن أعرف أن النمل يحب الجبن والطماطم, said Bashir. The ants finished lunch, so did we started. So did we started climbing. أكملنا بعد ما أكمل النمل الغداء بتاعه إحنا كملنا started climbing كملنا التسلق. Okay. Now I want to read it again and repeat after me, okay? From the beginning. Okay, listen and repeat now. And then we answer the questions later, okay? Right, boys, wake up. It's nearly 5 o'clock. Jim Cooper shouted. We had to get up early because today we were going for a walk in the mountains. Jim was our guide. We've got into the campus. We got into the campus. Right, boys, said Jim. It's nearly 2 hours drive. So make yourselves comfortable. Let's sing, said Hans. Let's go back to sleep, said Bashir. I yawned. Paul, Chuck, and Aziz were already asleep. The bus stopped at the end of a dusty road. We're here, said Jim. Everyone out. We walked for quite a long time along a path through a forest. We crossed streams and climbed over rocks. We saw flowers and birds of every color. They're beautiful, really beautiful, said Bashir. I've never seen colors like that, said Paul. I have, said Aziz. Gee, said Chuck. Right, boys, time for lunch, said Rod. Everybody sat down and took out their sandwiches, cheese and tomato. I sat down on a rock. I picked up a sandwich. It was covered with little animals. It was covered with little animals. Ugh, I screamed. Something has bitten me. Ugh, 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 more bites. You're on an anthill. You're on an anthill, said Bashir. Move. I moved quickly. Why me? Why do these things, I said. Always happen to me, said the others. I didn't know that ants like cheese and tomato, said Bashir. The ants finished lunch. So did we. We started climbing. Okay, this is the end of the reading part. Now let's answer the questions above at the beginning of the lesson, okay? As we understood what's the lesson about. Okay, where were the boys going? Are they going to the sea? No, Yes, they are going for a walk to the mountains. They were going for a walk to the mountains. Very good. How do you know Bob was still tired? How do you know that Bob still tired? كيف عرفت ان بوب مازال متعب؟ Because he yawned. Yes, very good. Because he yawned. Very good. What did Bob sit on? What did Bob sit on? He sat on an ant hill. Very good. He sat on an ant hill. Okay. So this is the end of the lesson. So let's go to the workbook. Okay. So this one here, page 61, exercise B. Are the sentences true or false؟ هل الجملة هذه صحيحة أو خاطئة؟ The boys had to wake up before 5 o'clock. على الأولاد أن يستيقظوا قبل الساعة 5. Yes, it's true. Okay, so it's true. Why? Because they have to wake up. They have a trip. Road Border was the guide. Road Border هو كان القائد. No. Yes, Jim was the guide. Everyone sang on the bus. الكل غنى في الباص. No, because there were some people were sleeping and some people were tired. So it is false. Everyone had cheese and tomato sandwich for the breakfast. Yes, it's true. Bob was bitten by ants. Bob was bitten by ants. Yes, it's true. Bob never complains when bad things happen to him. Bob ما يلومش وما يطيرلاش لما تصير أشياء ما تنفعش. Okay? So it's false. He complained. He always said, why that happened to me? The other boys find it funny when bad things happen to Bob. الأولاد الآخرين كانوا يفرحوا لما تصير الأشياء هذه المقالب هذه لبوب فهم يكونوا سعداء بها. Yes, it is true. Yes, because they laugh at him. Okay, that's all about this lesson. هذه الأسئلة هي طبعا القطعة هذه كانت عبارة عن قراءة وفيها معلومات مفردات المفروض نكون احنا فاهمينها بالإضافة إلى استيعابنا لهذه القطعة بإجابتنا على هذه الأسئلة. بهذه الفقرة نكون أو النقطة وصلنا لنهاية درسنا اليوم إن شاء الله، الدرس الثامن والأخير في الوحدة الخامسة. على أمل اللقاء بكم في الدروس القادمة من الوحدة السادسة إن شاء الله. تقبل تحياتي أنا الأستاذ عبد المطلب محمد البوعيشي، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.